Good afternoon and welcome to Season 24's Minor Division 1 Match Day 10. Last match day in the season, and we're treated to three great matchups. As you can see, it's going to be Krung taking on AS Paris, AF Masques taking on CS Rova, and FC Kaapstad taking on Montreal United. Some really good games ahead with some big implications. FC Kaapstad currently sits at the top of the Division 1 for the minors with 22 points. AS Paris right behind them with 21 points. So Kaapstad gets a win. They will move on. They will clinch the Division 1 championship. If AS Paris gets a win and a Kaapstad draw or loss, AS Paris is going to get that. There's other scenarios that we will cover. And we're going to get started with AS Paris taking on Krung. AS Paris is 4-0-1 in their last 5. It's been a good season for AS Paris. There's the standings as you see. AS Paris has a 24 positive goal differential compared to Kaapstad's 12. AS Paris is unbeaten their blue and whites. Krung in their gradient oranges. Machado starts with it from McNuggy, now up to McNuggy. Over to Oliver, back to Wentworth. It's going to be picked off, and Belmont is running. Belmont, Itar trying to get in front of him. Chip shot goes just over the goal. Like the thinking, really big start for AS Paris right off the bat. Nice little chipper, but the target was just a little bit too high. Krung trying to ruin AS Paris' title race. And that play through to Stroll was beauty, but it was blocked. Akazumi gets it in the box, but Sauerland takes it away. Wentworth with it back down, and we're going to go on to Simi. Can't believe the season is almost over. It's been a great season 24. Paris with the throw-in. Paris, it's taken away by Krung. Apostle read that perfectly. Over to McGarry. Al-Kazimi over to Magul. Magul with it. Magul turns it around. Itar over to Al-Kazimi. Back to McGarry over to Wentworth. Wentworth up to Oliver. Oliver gets that ball taken away from him. McFadden comes down with it. Kovacs trying to run. Kovacs beats his first play. Empire the fourth with it. Empire fourth circles. Puts it in the box. Shot off the crossbar. Battle for it in the box, and Krung comes away with it. Now they're attacking Al-Kazimi with it. Gets it over to McNuggy. Back to that's going to be a foul. AS Paris came in a little bit rough on that one. That shot was just off the crossbar. Sorry about my noises. And we're all the way into the 17th minute now. Throw in for AS Paris. Berenson gets it over to Suzuki. Back to Furstenhausen. All the way back to Cancelo, the goalie. Louise Jr. gets it up this hour line over to Empire the fourth. It's stepped into by Krung, and Wentworth takes it away. Apostle gets it up to Stroll. Stroll with the turn over to McNuggy. Machado, and that ball's taken away. McFoot cakes with it. Kovacs coming up now. Kovacs gets it up to Empire the fourth. This is a play crossed in. Back out to Sauerwein over to Suzuki. Suzuki shot is blocked, but it's going to go out for a corner. AS Paris gets a chance on this corner now. Empire the fourth over top of it. Sends it in the box, headed out. Kovacs with it over to Luis Jr., and it's buried. David Luis Jr. gets the opening goal for AS Paris in the 19th minute. Empire the fourth crosses it in. It's headed out. Kovacs sees Luis Jr. wide open. Luis Jr. first touch, and it bounces past Ferguson for the first goal. AS Paris with 1-0 lead. Another corner. Empire fourth. They scored on their last corner. 21st minute. Sends it in. Headed out. And the foot kicks comes down with it over to Empire fourth. Over to Kovacs. Kovacs shot blocked, but Luis' follow-up is over the post. Goal kick. Free kick. Louise Jr. sends it in, and it is off the wall and out of play for a corner. It looked like it went in for a second. Empire fourth over top of this corner for AS Paris. Sends it in. Headed. First Hauser over Louise Jr. First touch over the ball. Louise Jr. has a rocket of a shot. Empire the fourth again with this corner. Krung just trying to hang on right now. Sends it in. Headed, and it's over the bar. Other side, now Sauerwein's going to come over and take this corner. Sauerwein sends it in, headed, and it's off. Defensive player out of play for another corner. The Sower of Wine over top of it. Inside the box, headed, and it's over, and it's going to be a goal kick for Krung. Held on. AS Paris's XG just shot up to 143, and all that. Louise Jr. with it. Over to McFootcakes. Footcakes looking for the play up to Kovacs. Kovacs finds Empire fourth. Empire fourth running now. Wentworth marking. That cross comes in, headed, and it's out of play. It goes wide. Good cross by Empire fourth, but the header was just wide. Free kick. Alcazini sends it in. Back out. Wentworth is coming back. Over the Machado. Back to Itar. Itar with it. Itar with the big defensive stop in the beginning to make a chip shot. To have the player make a chip shot over them. Kept this, but now it's a 1-0 game for AS Paris. Shot, and it's over the bar. Good save by Cancelo. It's going to be a corner kick for McGould of Krung. Sent in. Headed. It's still down. AS Paris is unclear. It's going to be a throw-in. McGould throws it in. Machado. Over to Apostle, but Sauerwein steps into that one and takes it away. Empire the fourth comes back for the bad pass, but Krung keeps the pressure on. Now Stroll with it. Sends it up to Machado. Over to Stroll. Over to McGould. McGould. Over to Oliver. Wentworth in the box. It's off, and it is offsides. McNuggy is offsides. Going all the way up to the 36th minute here. Corner kick in the 36th minute. AS Paris, Empire fourth over top of it. Sends it in. Bouncing around. Headed down, and Greedy McFootcakes gets their fourth to make it a 2-0 AS Paris lead. What a great header by Greedy McFootcakes to extend this AS Paris. They're looking at it, and it's still goal. It looked good. Greedy McFootcakes runs off of it. The header up and comes back and gets it and buries it. Now we're in the 38th plus minute. 5 minutes away from the original 45. Let's see what we have for stoppage. Dave Oliver got booked in the 39th. Gary McGarry got booked in the 43rd. Both yellow cards. 2 minutes of stoppage time, and it looks like we're flying right through it. It's going to be a 2-0 AS Paris lead at halftime. 21 shots for AS Paris. Only 5 on target, but still a lot of shots. 4 for Krung, 1 on target. 1.78 XG for AS Paris. This is 0.62 for Krung. 59% of the possession going to AS Paris. AS Paris making some great passes. 92% pass rate. And we're going to take a brief break for halftime, and we will go into the second half. Belmont kicks off the Empire fourth over to Kovacs. That was quick halftime. McFootcakes with it. Over to Sauerwein, up to Suzuki, back to Sauerwein, and we are away. See what all this second half has in store. Krung looking to spoil AS Paris's day. There's not much else for Krung to do today. Nothing's going to change where they're at. Oliver with it, shot off. Up to Belmont. Belmont with it. Belmont turns it back around, and we're going to go into this second. Like I said, Krung sitting in third. They're probably going to finish in, well, They have the possibility of finishing as low as 4th, depending on the Sacres game. In from Sauerwein, that is blocked. Sauerwein comes back with it, moving to Kovacs. Kovacs shot, and it's a goal. J.G. Wentworth, own goal. It came off of J.G. Wentworth. I didn't even see the bounce. It was a shot by Kovacs. Initial block by McGill. Sauerwein comes back with it, passes over. Kovacs fires it, and sure enough, it's off J.G. Wentworth's foot, and it's deflected for the 3rd goal for AS Paris. Alcazini back to Apostle, over to McGarry, over to Alcazini, up to Machado. Machado with it. Machado over to Oliver. Over to McGould, over to Al's community shot, and Cancelo keeps it out of the goal. 3-0. AS Paris still leading. Stroll over to McGould. Back up, Stroll shot. The save. Cancelo getting more shots on goal here. But nothing really changing in the overall aspect of the game. David Luiz Jr. made Greedy McFootcakes the goal scorers for AS Paris, and J.G. Wentworth with the deflection that went into his own net is how we got to this 3-0 AS Paris lead. Krug's up just playing for pride right now. Not, like I said, not much on the line for them. J.G. Wentworth is booked. It's been a bad day for them. Berndsen into Suzuki. Over to Taran to sit in the box, headed down, and it's outside the net. Now we're going to be 10 minutes left in this original 90 as we speed along. 85th minute, 86th, 7th, 8th, 9th, plus 3 of stoppage. Bob Berndsen was booked in the 89th. And that's going to be, this is going to be the last play of the game. McGould sends it in. Let it around, back out, and that's the final whistle. 3, oh no, offsides. Sorry. Went to the handrails. Cancelo with it full top. There we go. I was just a second early. AS Paris with a 3-0 lead. Now they're going to sit and watch the FC Kaapstad game to see if maybe they can even have more luck. Greedy McFootcakes, player of the game. J.G. Wentworth with a rough game, but still had an overall of a 6.5 match rating. 3 yellow cards issued to Krugthup. Krugthup, heck, can build off of this season. They're going to finish either 3rd or 4th, depending on the next couple of games. And, they get to kind of relax and head into the off season and figure out where they're going to go with the next steps of their team for next season. And AS Paris, you had goals by Greedy McFootcakes and David Luiz Jr. Trent Kovacs had a shot on goal that led to J.G. Wentworth's own goal. And that is it for that huge season for AS Paris. They're going to sit in 2nd. They're sitting in 1st right now as it is with 24 points. They finished the year 8-0-2, which is a great year with a plus 27 of goal differential. Just an overall great season by AS Paris, and now they wait because their fate isn't over yet. And the next game is going to be Masques taking on CS Rova. I want to take a quick break while we get that loaded up. All right, we're about to get started with the CS Rova Sacres game. Sacres 2-1 and 2 in the last 5. CS Rova is 0-1 and 4 in their last 5. CS Rova sitting in 5th place with 4 points, 1-1 and 7. AF Sacres is 4-1 and 4 with 13 points. CS Rova is trying to stay out of the auto relegation spot. Right now they're sitting in the playoff relegation spot. They would be playing Rapid Fire as the standings stand right now. Rova kicks off. Rova with it. Rosini steps into it and put out a play. I Love Ziegel gets booked in the first minute with a yellow card. Thomas Shorte's booked. Sent over the net. CS Rova has to win to guarantee that they won't go into auto relegation. Not a whole lot going on. Q Jr. with a throw-in. Gets it over to Zwig. Zwig sends it in. The small shot is saved. Rivas with a big outstretched save in the 22nd minute. Keeps this 0-0. Shot in, and it's blocked by Schwarzer. It's going to be a corner kick for Masques. McNeil with it. Over this corner, sends it in. It's taken away, and Rova stops that attack. Mpanjaka was booked. Grimace with a free kick. Gets it over to Rosini. Over to Daywalker. Over to Grimace. Grimace with it. Sends it in. Headed, and it's a goal. Luke Walker with their 7th of the season. Great cross into them to make it 1-0 Sacres. Rosini gets it over to Daywalker. Grimace with it. Grimace with the great cross. Finds Luke Walker, and it's put into the net to make it 1-0 in the 25th minute. 26 minutes. Throw in from Sacres. Walker back to Blackman. It is raining in this game. Let's see how that affects the players out there. Blackman with it. McNeil turns. Looks for the play. Luke Walker with it. Tries to feet and land. It's taken away by Shorte. That one's taken away by Luke Walker. Now it's a rush shot, and Schwarzer turns it away. Daywalker over this corner. 29th minute. Sends it in. Headed out. Daywalker. Got to it, but nothing comes of that. Thomas Shorte was booked in the 5th minute. Trying to catch up on those. Toadstool with the free kick over to Daywalker. Daywalker with it over to Toadstool with the dribble here. All the way back to Rivas. Rivas over to Toadstool. Toadstool with it. Toadstool over to Blackman. Blackman walks and passes it over to Amatok. Back to Rivas. It's cleared up. It's headed down by Shorte, but Sacres keeps it. Gets it over from Cat to Rosini. Over to Grimace. Grimace now running. Grimace getting marked by Sherman. Sherman's marking. Can't stop the cross, and that header goes over the net for a goal kick. Schwarzer. Over to Turk. Getting pressure. Over to Ford. This is where mistakes can happen. Over to Turk. Back to Schwarzer. Over to Turk. Need to get it up. That pass gets up to Zwig. Zwig over to Shorte. Shorte over to I Love Ziegel. Ziegel gets it up, and it's taken away by Sacres. Nothing comes of that one. But Sacres settles the ball. Back to Rivas. Sent up the field. Header won by Rova. That sends it all the way back to Rivas, who gets it up to Toadstool. Luke Walker. Daywalker looking for it. Over to Blackman. Back to Walker. Over to Rosini, who finds Daywalker. Daywalker on the shot, and it's a goal. Daywalker, first of the season, assisted by Scat Cat. Rosini got over Scat Cat, and Scat Cat found Daywalker. Great run by Daywalker. Had all of Rova's defense beat, and all they had to do was beat Georgia, and they do it to the far side of the net to make it a 2-0 game, 35th minute. It looked like we're going to head into halftime with Masques up. This is not what Rova was hoping for. It's the 4th-5th matchup. You would expect some closer score. +3 of stoppage time. We're going to get 3 minutes minimum. We're already through 1, through 2, and halftime. 2-0. AF Max Sacres. 8 shots on the shots. 4 on target. .77 on the XG. One shot for CS Rova. I might get subbed on. Sad. We don't get to see Auto Rocket today. McNeil throws it in to Top. Goes around, shot, goal. I'm not even going to say it. It's a long name. I'm not even going to try. That's a goal by Top to put up Masques 3-0. What a beautiful play by them. Give and go back to McNeil. Coming to the top with it. Goes to the top of the box, shoots, and scores. Masques. Daywalker over this corner. Going to have to do some investigation to find out what Auto Rocket did to not deserve to come into this game at his usual 45-minute spot. I was hoping to see them for one more game. I guess I do have the playoff if they play in that playoff, but we'll have to figure out what the suspension's for. Rosini takes away that forward pass, gets it over to Cat. Cat shot, and it's saved. Daywalker over this corner. Sends it in. Headed down and sacked McNeil with a goal. Great cross by Daywalker, and it's going to be 4-0 Masques. Scherzer tries to punch it out and just misses. Off the ensuing kickoff, Calnez over to Q Jr. 4-0 Masques. We're getting close to the speed-up score. Over to Hendry, back to Turk. Over Shorte. Shorte sends it in, headed, and it's out of play. And we are flying along here. $15 minutes left in this, 16 minutes left. Rosini with it. Rosini turns. Rosini fires. That shot is blocked. Zwig tries to come down with it, but Talk has it. Talk with it. Talk sends it in the box. It's cleared out. It's going to be a throw in for Masques. We've had 7 people booked in this game. 5 of them on CS Rova. Gets it up to I Love Ziegel. Ziegel with it. Ziegel turns around, finds Kellenen's. Kellenen's shot is wide. It's a goal kick. Could have been something beautiful there, but it just goes wide. We're down to the last 10 minutes. Darwin, Shorte. And Zwig. Shorte back to Zwig. Over to Q Jr. Q Jr. shot, goal. JQ Jr. with their first goal of the season off of an assist by Zwig. what they get. It's over to Swig. Swig finds Q Jr. at the top. Q Jr. beats Rosini, finds the placement, shoots, and scores. Patrick Zig to Q Jr. with a big goal to make it 4-1. But Sacres still leads 85th minute. Q Jr. sends it in, headed out. Sacres comes down with a grimace over to Rosini. Rosini up to Luke Walker. Luke Walker running now. Luke Walker with it. Luke Walker loses the ball. Sacres heads it, but Rova takes it back, but gives it right back. McNeil with it now. McNeil of Sacres. McNeil crosses it in, headed, and it's over the bar. We have four more minutes of this 90. Not even that anymore. We're now in the 90th. 3 minutes of stoppage time. Cat loses the ball to Q Jr. Q Jr. over to Zwig. Zwig over to Sherman's. Sherman's up to Hendry. Hendry with it now. Hendry. Dribble. Hendry turns it. Tries to pass it in. It's a pinball, but Hendry comes down with it, but Rosini takes it away. And now we're going into the final minute. Goal kick. That passes a rise. Rosini with it. Rosini shot goal. Stefano Rosini, third goal of the season, puts Sacres up to a 5-1 win. It was already certain, but now the hammer has hit the last nail in the coffin. And now Rova, who's a big FC Kaapstad fan, hoping that Montreal loses a toss to start out of that place. Ottawa puts it up. Smalls. That's a tackle in the box. And that's final whistle. 5-1. Sacres wins. Luke Walker, Daywalker. Eminent Talk. Seth McNeil and Stefano Rosini all score for Sacres. JQ Jr. on the score sheet for CS Rova. CS Rova is going to most likely go to the playoff spot, but we shall see what the last game brings us. CS Rova's stats on the screen. Bad game by Robbie Shermans with a 5.8 match rating. See the heat map and everything else. And now we're going to wait for the final match of Matchday 10 for the Miners, Division 1, which is on be Kaapstad versus Montreal United. Get you some water, drinks, whatever you want. Pizza, food, salad, whatever you might have before getting to see this FC Kaapstad taking on Montreal United. FC Kaapstad has been having a great season, 7-1-1, looking to clinch the Division 1 Minors Division 1 title today. Going through the scenarios of FC Kaapstad: win, they win. If they draw or lose, AS Paris will be the Division 1 winners. AS Paris leading on the goal differential. Their game against Krung Thep kind of cushioned it out. Before Matchday, they were sitting at 24 on the goal differential, whereas FC Kaapstad only has 12. But they can't even force the tiebreaker if they lose, because Paris has 24 points right now, and FC Kaapstad 1 point would not get them to 24, so they do need a win. FC Kaapstad is taking on Montreal United, who sit 6 with a 1-0-8 record, with 3 points and negative 20 on the season. Negative 20 goal differential, that is. Anybody out there does podcast? Oh, we're going to get right into it. Last time these two teams met was Matchday 5, where Kaapstad won 2-1. There are the standings as it stands. Montreal trying to play out of the auto relegation spot. And it's kicked off. Kaapstad with the ball. It's taken away by Schmidt. And we're underway. Kaapstad comes down with that header. Wolf over to Jang. Jang over to Klaus. Klaus back to Bronca. Bronca over to Klaus. Over to Pelizotto. Over to Dew. Quick passing by Kaapstad. Sends in a cross already. Headed out of play. It's going to be a goal kick for Montreal. Throw in for Montreal. King into Kronkowski. King. King gets it up to Zuka. Back to King. King looking across, crosses it in, and Jones picks it up off the grass and is going to hold on to it. Jones looking for options here. Jones kicks it deep. Headed down by Montreal, but Ashworth of Kaapstad comes away with it. Kaapstad in possession over to Wolf. Wolf finds Moff. Moff over to Pelizotto. Pelizotto circles. Pelizotto tries to find Huff. He's taken down in the box. The ref is pointing to the spot. And we're going to get a review of this penalty, but it looks like Bierman did foul in the box, and they did. It's going to be a penalty kick for FC Kaapstad. Ashworth over top of this ball. Helvik staring him down. Shot, and it's wide. Ashworth sends it wide on the penalty kick, and Helvik kicks off. That gives Montreal a ton of confidence in this game. Headed into the box, and it's out by Schmidt, but the fire off the crossbar. And Kaapstad keeps with it. Hunt tries to find Pelizotto, but Kronkowski steps into it. Maybe some nerves are playing effect on Kaapstad. Ashworth kind of maybe tensed up in that penalty kick just because of how big it was. Claire Schmidt booked in the 12th minute, and that leaves us still 0-0. Like I said, Kaapstad needs a win. Montreal comes down with it over, and Hunt takes it away. Back to DeWitt. Kaapstad possessing now. Jones dribbling out. Sends it deep. And Montreal takes that, heads it up. Ashworth trying to settle it down for Kaapstad, but Mpanjaka comes down with it, sends it up to Klaus. Klaus beats their man up the sideline. King marking. Klaus looking for the cross, gets it in, headed, and it's brought down by Talvik on a big save to keep it 0-0. That 5th-minute penalty kick looms large. Pelazota over top of this corner. Sends it in. Headed over the net. Mpanjaka was wide open in front of the net, but just headed it too high. Montreal getting a lot of breaks. Penalty wide, hit off the crossbar, and now they're attacking. Over to Andrews Jr. Andrews Jr.'s shot is over the bar. So far this game, you had a missed penalty by Ashworth, hit crossbar, and a header just over the bar. Kaapstad still has looked in control of this game, but they need one. I think once they get one, it might be an avalanche. Moff sends it in. Jang shot, and it's bounced off Talvik, I believe, and it's going to be a corner. Pelazota over this corner, 24th minute. Pelazota sends it in. Jang heads it back up. Ashworth gets it over to Pelazota. Pelazota with room, and they just stop dribbling. And that's cleared by Montreal out of play. It's going to be a throw-in for FC Kaapstad. Now we're in the 26th minute. Goal kick for Montreal. Montreal sends it all the way up. And Mpanjaka comes with the header. Hunt comes down with it. Tepaziti takes it away. Gets it up to Schmidt. Schmidt back. Sending it. Schmidt with it. Gets it up to Buccaneer. Buccaneer keeps the possession. Schmidt with it over to Buccaneer. Buccaneer gets it over to Schmidt. Schmidt finds Tazoti, but that shot goes wide. Montreal with some chances now. Corner kick for Kaapstad. 31st minute. Pelazota sends it in. Headed down, and Howie DeWitt with the second goal of the season for them gives Kaapstad a 1-0 lead, and now Kaapstad, as the results stand, are sitting at the top of the table, and that's thanks to DeWitt. Pelazota with a great cross. DeWitt gets open, and Howie DeWitt may be a Kaapstad hero. 34th minute. Montreal sends it up. Ashworth comes down with it. Ashworth shot off the post. That is the second post ringing of the game for Kaapstad. They're one away from winning post. It has to be the left one, the goalkeeper's left side. Right if you're facing. Free kick, Kronkowski sends it in. Headed out. Schmidt's going to get to it. Schmidt crosses it back in. Andrews Jr. from the point, and it's tipped away. Big save by Jones to keep it 1-0. Kronkowski over this corner. Kronkowski sends it in. Tepaziti gets to it. Tepaziti. Moff sends it into Adu. Adu with it. Adu sends it back over to DeWitt. Over to Moff. Back to DeWitt. Back to Moff. Moff with it. Moff loses it. Montreal is now going to be attacking. That was played behind Andrews Jr., who gets it over to Bierman. Gets it up to Tepaziti. Kronkowski back to Morley. Up to Millwall. Over to Buccaneer. Mpanjaka takes that away now. Kaapstad with it. Kaapstad, Zhang gets it up to Moff. Moff now has space. Moff sends it in, and it's a shot by Ashworth. And this one's not going off the post. It's in, but was they offside? They did have a lot of run. And it's a goal. Great run by Moff. Zhang finds Moff. Moff holds on to it. Waits for Ashworth. Ashworth first touch beats Talbot to the left, and it's a goal. Let's see how onsides they were here. Just onside. King kept them onside. 2-0 Kaapstad. And we're about to go into the break. 2 minutes of stoppage time in this first half. What a first half. 2-0 Kaapstad. Kaapstad with 12 shots, 5 on target, 7 shots from Montreal, 1 on target, 1.99 XG for Kaapstad, 0.43 for Montreal. Montreal is leading in possession, 57%. Everybody got to see Jess's dashboard. That's all right. That's all right. Mistakes happen. I'm going to wait for the second half. Big implications of the second half. Kaapstad up 2-0 means that they are going to be Division 1 winners if they hold on to this. Kickoff. Jalen Brooks came in for Jang. Andrews Jr. sends it up. Kaapstad stops that attack. Moff comes down with it. Now we're rolling on the center. Bronca sends it up to Pelizotto, back to Bronca. Over to DeWitt. 52nd minute, Wolf with it. Wolf back to Hunt, over to DeWitt. DeWitt over to Wolf. Wolf with it. Wolf gets it over to Brooks. Brooks finds Adu. Brooks, Adu's shot is saved. Adu keeps it from going out of bounds. Tries to get it over to Brooks, but it's taken away by Wolf. It's sent out of play in the 53rd minute. 2-0 FC Kaapstad. We got here by Howie's DeWitt's first goal and Ashworth's second goal. Sent in, Montreal shoots, and it's blocked. It's going to be a Montreal corner. Gronkowski over top. Got it out. The tie does nothing for Montreal in this situation because their goal differential isn't going to change. And CS Rova is only at negative 17 goal differential, where Montreal would be negative 20 still. Schmidt with it, shot saved. But it ruins Kaapstad's season. And sometimes as a team, that's what you want to do. Gronkowski on this other corner. Get 60th minute. We have 30 left in the 90. Hunt steps into it, kicks out to Bizzetti. Comes down with it, sends it in. Hunt Moff sends it out. It's going to be a throw-in for Montreal. 61st minute throw-in, gets it into Schmidt, over to Andrews Jr. Andrews Jr. back to Schmidt, over to Buccaneer. Buccaneer shoots, and it's over. Okay. Over to Adu, back to DeWitt. DeWitt over. All the way back to Jones. Jones over to Bronca. Bronca up to Huff. Huff over to Kloss, but he's tackled and he takes away the ball. Millwall with it. Schmidt holds their run, gets it up to Tepaziti, and it's offsides. Tepaziti moved into offsides position after that pass. Talvik with the goal kick from Montreal sends it all the way up, but Kaapstad comes down with it. Hunt sends it up to Kloss. Kloss crosses it, headed, and it's over the bar. Good play by Kloss. Andrews finishing. Left a little bit to be desired for them. We're down to 18 minutes. 15. '79th minute throw, and Pelizotto gets it into Adu. Adu finds Kloss. Kloss with space. Shot. Across back, and that shot is out of play. Goes back. Talvik from Montreal sends it deep. This hasn't been working too well because Kaapstad's been controlling it off of it. Sends it up. Gets it up to Adu, but Adu can't do anything with it. Brooks with it spins. Brooks on the attack. Brooks sends it into the box and finds Lewis Ashworth for their second of the game. 9th of the season on a great pass by Brooks, who beats a diving Calvin and makes it a 3-0 FC Kaapstad lead with just 10 minutes left. Brooks sends it in. Calvin dives Ashworth with a sitter. He owes Brooks dinner on a beauty of an assist. 80th minute now, with 10 minutes left in the original 90. Kaapstad possesses. Kaapstad had some nerves in the beginning, but those seem to have faded pretty quickly as they are looking to count down these last 10 minutes with a league title. Pelzota crosses it in, Adu heads it, and Calvert comes down with it. In the 81st minute, Montreal still has time. I'm not counting them out, but time is running quickly. Goal kick for Kaapstad sends it up. Headed down, Ashworth is on win this race. Ashworth with it. Ashworth shot, and Ashworth gets the hat trick. Freddie Adu finds Ashworth running. Ashworth wins the race to the ball and buries it 4-0 FC Kaapstad. And it looks like FC Kaapstad is going to have some fun on their way to being Division I winners for the minor leagues. Just beats Talbot. Ashworth 10th goal of the season. What a great game by them. Take away the missed penalty. They made up for it and more. 3 goals. They want that Division I crown more than anybody else. Brooks sends it over to Toss. Toss over to Huff. Huff over to Pelzota. Ashworth comes out with it. Ashworth back to Pelzota. Pelzota with it. Pelzota sends it in. Headed, and it's wide. 5 minutes left. FC Kaapstad fans are counting these minutes, and they're feeling like hours each time a minute goes by. Henry Andrews booked for Montreal. 2 minutes of stoppage time. We're already through 1. We're in the final 2. Moff with it for a throw-in for FC Kaapstad. Buccaneer gets to it. We're going to hear the final whistle. And there it is. FC Kaapstad clinches the Division I, Minor League Division I trophy with an 8-1-1 record, 25 points, and there's the beauty of the trophy handed over to Kaapstad. Ashworth with a hat trick this game, 10 goals in the season, with Kaapstad through and through. They're going to raise it with fireworks and confetti come flying down from the sky as the celebration is here in Kaapstad, and they're going to thank their fans who came to support them every game. Your Division I Minor League Season 24 champions, FC Kaapstad. Goals by Howie DeWitt and a hat trick by Lewis Ashworth. Lewis Ashworth is going to be our player of the match. All these stats for Montreal now. Montreal will be playing Division II next season. They're automatically relegated with a 1-0-9 record. Negative 24 on the goal differential with only 3 points. Montreal has some building to do. I don't think that they're a bad team. They're just building up. And that leaves CS Rova taking on Rapid Mangar in the other promotion playoff. Magyar wins, they come up to Division I with North Shore. Rova wins, they stay Division I. And North Shore United has already punched their ticket to Division I. What a great set of games. 3 great games. We're going to get to the recap in just a second. Overall, a great Division 1 in the minors in Season 24 for all 6 of these teams, sorry. For all 6 of these teams. Hopefully soon we'll have more than 10 matches. Be able to do a couple matches, more matches a game or a week to make it even better. But overall, 10 matches has been great. And whatever's decided is going to be for the betterment of the league, which everybody understands. And there you have it. Your final Minors Division 1 standings. Kaapstad with 25 points. Takes it above AS Paris, who had 24 points. AF Masques comes in third. Krung drops down to fourth. Rova is going to be in the playoff relegation. And Montreal United will be doing Division 2. AS Paris wins 3-0 over Krung. AF Masques wins 5-1 over Rova. And FC Kaapstad wins 4-0 over Montreal United. For everybody that watches Minor Division 1 soccer, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being part of the SSL. And as always, I love you and there's nothing you can do about it. This is Patrick signing off, and I'll see you next season.